Welcome to the Red Jacket Speakers Showcase. I am Xoliswa Sesoko. I come from a tribe of women that are resilient, women that have strength, women that endured a lot in their lives, but they did all of that with humility and quiet strength. And that built who I am today. I speak in circles of empowerment of women in leadership. Today I'm in conversation with Bryan Hattingh. Thank you, Bryan, for joining me today. Please tell me, who is Bryan?
So Bryan is a father, he's a son, he's a brother, he's a friend, he's a husband. And I'm a person who believes in the power of hope and the fact that expectancy and curiosity are wonderful attributes for people living a rich and full life. And I am the CEO of a transformational organization, particularly leadership transformational company, that not only deals with executive level leaders, but in fact also deals with emerging leaders and speaks to the heart of self leadership in every human being.
What is the key idea or the theme of your talk with this UN talks that we are currently doing?
So, right from the outset of my journey into business, which is many decades ago, actually, was two fundamental things. One was the heart or the credo to touch the lives of everyone that we meet in such a way that their lives are sustainably enriched, which is not a payoff line, it's not a slogan, it's our heartbeat. And to pursue the possibilities for people to continually make meaningful and even accelerated change that's sustainable, helping people to look at life through a new set of lenses and from different vantage points so that they can be inspired to be more than what they've become.
Wow, that's wonderful. Why is it important now?
It's important more now than ever in a world that is complex. It used to be just complicated. It's now a complex world, and it's a systemic world, and it's one in which we don't have linear projected
Mm.
solutions. We're needing to be in the now, being aware, being able to be embracing and empathetic in how we operate and what we do, and importantly, to be continually building a sense of self-worth and meaning and purpose in who we are and what we do. And in the world that we're in right now, particularly if I look to the youth, they're struggling with identity, they're struggling with actually alignment and finding their way. And so my passion is to create in people a sense of possibility.
That sounds wonderful. Aligning people with their purpose. That's
Yeah.
great. What are the problems that you've solved or that you are planning to solve by giving these talks?
I think to help people realize that fear is the birthplace of courage. That courage cannot exist without fear, and that fear is not a good motivator. In fact, it actually confines us and constrains us. And we have so many people, even successful and accomplished people, operating from a motivation of fear rather than a motivation of what's possible. And so it's to help people to be able to be guardians and gatekeepers of their minds and of their hearts, and to through right thinking and right action to actually move away from the circumstances that actually perhaps can confine and inhibit them.
I absolutely agree with you. Which audience benefits from your work?
So that's a wonderful question because I think it's appropriate to many audiences and most audiences, whether they're young or old, whether they are senior in terms of position and status, or whether they are entry level. I would obviously, in my talks, depending on who the audience is, I would customize it to speak to their context and to their situation, but to address the same fundamental truths and principles of the fact that you are more than what you've become, and your best is yet to come. And it's about helping people to discover that and realize that, and to realize that hope is not just a feel good emotion. It's actually a
Mhm.
cognitive system that we can develop and we can leverage. And there's a famous Scottish author and politician, Samuel Smiles, who said something beautiful. He said, "Hope is the mother of success and the companion of power. He who hopes strongly has within him the gift of miracles." So we have miracles at our fingertips by being merchants of hope in and through who we are and what we do.
Wow, wonderful. Why you?
Why me? That's a
Why
great
you?
question. I think the universe decided that I was I was in need of focus. I was in need
Yeah,
of actually being a channel, and that
yeah.
God had given me and blessed me with wonderful talents and abilities, and it was time for them to be channeled in the betterment of others, and to realize that we can create a world where we are the best me and we that we can be. And it starts by looking outwards to how we can
Mhm.
give and put into the world. And through that, we will grow and we will receive.
Wow, that's wonderful. I think we've come to the end of our talk. However, this is not the end because I still want to hear more about you and of you. And thank you for an insightful conversation.